Wildfire smoke from Canada continues to impact people in New England, and it's also impacting online searches. The term air quality has been one of the most Googled phrases in the past 24 hours. Here to talk about the answers that many people are looking for is Dr. Todd Ellerin, Vice Chair of Medicine at South Shore Health. Great to see you, Doctor.
Hey, Dr. T. And by the way, have you Googled air quality in the last 24 hours,
Good
perchance?
question.
Say that one more time.
Have you Googled air quality, perchance? Because I have, too. No,
Yes, I have. I just did it about 10 minutes ago in preparation.
Perfect,
for you.
perfect. So, and as you know, Dr. T, the smoke is triggering air quality warnings here in Massachusetts since May. My son lives in the New York metropolitan area. It's bad there. We have friends in Chicago. It's bad there. It's everywhere. Here's a simple question. What makes it toxic?
Yeah, Eddie, this is a reminder that when it comes to air, there are no boundaries. Remember, there are 900 wildfires going on in Canada right now. 600 are out of control. There are 18 states within the United States that are on air quality alerts. Why do we care, you ask? Because there's something called particulate matter, fine particulate matter. These particles are 30 times smaller than hair, and it can get embedded deep within our lungs. It can exacerbate asthma. It can cause toxic reactions. And that's why we care about this.
The state actually posted an advisory for several counties today and for tomorrow, Doctor. So tell us more about the risk.
Yeah, so Maria, the good news is in most of Massachusetts right now, the air quality is being ranked as good to moderate. And I advise the viewers to go to an excellent website called Air Now, where you can find real-time information on what the air quality index is. But remember, again, for the most vulnerable people, that includes children who are outdoors a lot, those with underlying lung disease like asthma, the elderly, those with heart or lung conditions. You still want to be careful and be up to date with what the air quality index is in your area.
Well, and Dr. T, let me expand on that. So far, there have been no warnings for healthy people. Mike Wonkum will regularly say if you have an issue, be mindful of that. But if these air quality issues continue all summer, couldn't that cause problems for more people?
It's very possible. And I'll tell you, there have been studies done in the short term about firefighters who have been repetitively exposed over days. And what they've showed is that those, first line responders can have a reduction in lung function. Again, we know you can have exacerbations of asthma and heart disease as well. What the long-term risks are a little bit less clear, and I think we need better studies on that. But let's face it, if this is something that we're going to see in the future, we have to be very careful. And pay attention to the index. For the most vulnerable people, try to stay home as much as possible. And if you have to go outside, sometimes, again, the masks are something that can decrease your exposure.
Yeah, that's a good reminder, Dr. T. Thanks.
It is. All right. Be well, Doctor. Thanks for being with us.
Too.
We appreciate it.
Great to see you, Dr. T. We're going to take